up, guys? So today we're happy to bring you a video that I think is gonna be amazing.
So today's video is gonna be like, no, it's so funny because
she didn't expect that, guys. I just threw it out.
Yeah, but we're kind of like dissing each other, but not dissing. I wouldn't call it dissing, just kind of comparing our childhood, and it's just gonna be extremely funny and different. Oh wait, you got something right here.
Yeah, the other day we was talking about like, you didn't do this when you was a kid, or you didn't watch that when you was a kid, and then I stopped and I was like, yo, we can make a video on that.
I said that. I said no. I was the one who said that.
For real, you said it?
Yes, we were. It was Halloween.
I didn't say it.
No, listen, guys. It was Halloween, and then I said, he was cracking jokes on me, saying that, oh, all we had was to go up the block on Dykeman to trick or treat versus him, where he had houses. And I said, well, at least I had a Halloween costume because he couldn't afford one when he was little. So I was like, oh my gosh, we should make a video on that, kind of like showing people the difference between both our childhoods, and kind of like how, you know,
and then I threw the thumbnail. You guys like the thumbnail? That was my idea.
Okay.
There we go. I got it mixed up. So we can start off with Halloween for an example of our childhood, right? So we're gonna start off with like Halloween, something like you look forward to as a child, right? So how'd you celebrate Halloween, and where'd you go trick or treating? You know we didn't went trick or treating, but let them know how you did it.
So when I was younger, like, Halloween used to be like a really fun like holiday. Like my mom, my dad, everybody I knew used to get dressed up, and it used to be like a lot of kids on Dykeman. Like, but the only way we used to go trick-or-treating was on the stores on Dykeman. Like, there was so many stores there, and they always had candy, and they had the good kind too, not the cheap ones. So we just used to go up and down the block on Dykeman. Like, I thought that was how you did Halloween. You know, we never went, we live in apartment buildings, so it's not like I went to different apartment doors and knocked and said like trick-or-treat. It was kind of like going into, like, you know, the T-Mobile store, you know, the phone store, the toy store, like things like that, you know, like mom and pop shops. That's how we celebrated Halloween. Or we went to like Halloween parties, like they were on Dykeman though, like in a little store on Dykeman, and you'll get them.
Alright, so the way I was raised, nobody cared about Halloween. Just me, my brothers, my cousins. Nobody cared about it. So my mom used to get annoyed if she even thought about buying us a costume. So my mom used to just buy me a mask. She used to buy me a mask. So I'll have a hoodie on, I have some jeans on, and I have a Jason mask on.
Versus me, where I had like the whole set. I had everything. I had the mask, pants, shirt, props. I had everything.
Nah, I didn't have all that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go get the mask. Or my boy used to be Jason last year, and I couldn't fit in his outfit, so I'll just take like his Scream mask, his Jason mask. Then I go to Dollar Store and buy like a sword or something like that. And because the mission when I was a kid was to get the candy. And of course I wanted to, like, I used to get, not jealous, but I used to get a little sad when I couldn't dress up like Iron Man and Batman and stuff like that. I remember there was one year we did dress up. My grandmother brought me an outfit, me and my brother. I was Jason, he was Freddy, or I was Freddy, he was Jason. But other than that, we just threw the mask on. But in Jersey, you went to houses. So there's a town named Bayonne. We used to always go to Bayonne, and they used to have, you know, houses. They used to have people in front on their porch giving out candy and stuff like that. Of course, you'll hit the main strip on Broadway in Bayonne or Central Ave in Jersey City Heights. You'll hit those main strips, but the goal was to go to the houses, not to stores. So that's
but there's no houses over here, so I
there's no houses.
Like, I saw it in movies.
Even in the projects, I lived in the projects. Even when we lived in the projects, we went to apartments. Like, yo, you got candy, and some people, but not over here. I saw it, and we didn't have Halloween parties and stuff like that. And they had in stores. That actually sounds pretty interesting. What did you eat at home? Your childhood? Did you have dinners?
Let me tell you something.
How was your home with eating growing up as a kid?
Let me tell ya, if I could go back to being in middle school, and coming home and having a home cooked meal, I would go back in time like right now. We always had, first in the mornings, we would either have like cereal or like French toast, or, you know, eggs scrambled up with cheese. Like, it was always very big and very festive. And after school at 3 p.m. I would come home and there would be like a full course meal already done. Rice, beans, chicken, friggin' bread involved, ice cream. There was just so much. And then for dinner, it was kind of like either you ate, because for, you know, Spanish people, dinner is like extremely early. So it was either eat the food that you had earlier or kind of like just dig around. We had boxes of cereal. We had just so much food. Like our fridge used to be super packed. Or just tell my grandma to cook something else for us, like avena or some shit, or something.
Alright, so in my house, we didn't have that. Alright, we didn't have no home cooked meals. We didn't have none of that. So my mother, and it depends on the time of the month. So if it's anywhere from the 1st of the month to the 15th, we always had sandwich meat, so we can make our own sandwiches. We had cereal, so we can make our own cereal, peanut butter jelly, and that's it. So in the mornings I'll eat like cereal, lunch I'll eat cereal, nighttime I'll eat cereal. Sometimes I ate salami and hot dogs so much in my life that I can't eat it now. Hot dogs. So we said, so my mother never cooked. My mother took the food stamps, went to the store and made me cook. I'm like 7, 8 years old making hot dogs and cereal and sandwiches. So sandwiches, I wasn't a fan of, but hot dogs growing up was my thing. No homo. And cereal, but mostly cereal. So I just ate cereal all day. I didn't have rice. I didn't have none of that stuff. So that, you know,
that's
it is
so
what
crazy,
it is.
because like we had always like home cooked foods, like I said, but like cereal was kind of like a treat for us, kind of like a, oh, after we finish our food, if we do get hungry a little later, we can have cereal. Like, it's so weird versus cereal being your dinner. Like,
I mean, my mom got it. It was cheap. You get the milk. You get 5 boxes of cereal, and it will be gone in like 2 days. Me and my brother, guys. I got 2 brothers. I'm 6'3", 200 pounds. I got a little brother. The middle one, he's 6'3", 250, and then I got the youngest one who's 6'1", 200. So you got some big dudes eating cereal. That's not gonna last a long time. So
it's not.
Cereal, junk food, like sandwiches and hot dogs. Guys, this is no joke. I cannot eat a hot dog to this day. I can't eat.
Habichuela, bistec, carne.
Yeah, I can't eat a hot dog. I can't eat, like, unless it's like Jersey Mike's or something like that has, like, you know, the fresh. I can't really eat a sandwich, like a regular sandwich or sandwich meat.
Yeah.
Like, those things traumatize me. So
he can't.
But I'll eat cereal still.
Won't eat it.
But my body doesn't agree with cereal. Like, if I eat a bowl of cereal, I'll get sick. So I can't. I ate those foods so much. Now I cook like organic and stuff.
Well, now,
So that's our childhood food. Childhood TV shows. What TV shows you watched growing up?
Well, okay, at a certain point, like, we didn't have cable, so it was obviously like Dora, like, I feel like Diego came out like recently, but I don't know. It would be like Dora, Barney, Winnie the Pooh. It would be, you know, when I was getting older, then it started to become like Friends. What's that show? 2.5 Men. Like, it was just those kind of shows, you know. And it was Married with Children. Like, it was kind of like those older white shows. And I used to watch Seinfeld. Like, that was my kind of like zone. Like, me and my father, that's what we used to watch. Or me and my mom. And especially with my dad, which I know you could relate to this, we used to watch like the Discovery Channel like all day, every day. Like, once it was on, there was like
no going back.
Yeah, like we couldn't change the channel because it was like something about like a shark or a tiger or some weird stuff.
Alright, so for me, we always had
SpongeBob.
We always had cable. We were broke, we were poor, but we used to know, like, the cable man. They used to come to the house and do it for like $60, all the basic channels. So in my house,
well, that's what I mean, like basic channels.
Oh yeah. So in my house, we always, growing up, for me, I used to watch a show named Arthur. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Arthur was my thing, bro.
I watched that.
Arthur was my thing.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold. In my house, it was like a Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network, right?
Yeah.
I was Nickelodeon. I was not Cartoon Network. So I was Nickelodeon. The middle brother was Nickelodeon. The youngest brother was Cartoon Network. The oldest brother was Cartoon Network. So we used to get arguments all the time. So in my house,
2-on-2.
Exactly. In my house, SpongeBob was always on. Hey Arnold. I used to watch Barney when I was a little dude. Teletubbies was my thing growing up. Teletubbies. That was my thing.
When the sun used to come up, it was like,
Yep. Alright, so Teletubbies, those were my shows. But then as I started to get older, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Yeah.
Wayne Bros. We ain't never watched Friends. When Friends came on Nickelodeon,
all the time.
I'm talking. When Friends came on Nick at Night, cause she knows I tell this 1,000 times. When Friends came on Nick at Night, we were hurt because it started taking time of Fresh Prince. George Lopez was my thing. But Friends started coming on and they started splitting George Lopez, Friends, and Fresh Prince. So it used to get me so upset. Seinfeld, we ain't never watched that in my house. We ain't never watched Half Man or something like that.
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men.
That was a good show. I used to always watch.
We ain't never watched that. Wayne Bros, Fresh Prince, George Lopez was the shows that was always on.
Like,
and ESPN.
Like, no, this is not, people don't take this like a racist thing, but like, when we were like, as the older we got, I used to watch more of like the white people show, and he used to watch like a lot of the blacks. Right, like
I'm black. I grew up in a black household.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was shows that he introduced to me. He's like, "You never watched this," and I was like, "No, like, why would I watch it?"
Like the Wayne Bros.
Yeah, like I never could relate to it. Like it didn't appeal to me, you know. Now I can watch it and I actually understand what's going on, and I will find it funny. But back then, I was like, nah.
I mean,
I get it.
I'm black. I'm half black and half white.
Yeah.
So I don't want you guys thinking I have something against. I'm white too.
No, I know, no.
But it's just like I couldn't, like, I grew up in a black household with my black family. I couldn't relate to like the white shows, like Friends. Like, I don't know what is funny on that show. Like, they laugh. I don't know. No beef. So for holidays, where did you go for holidays? How did that work?
Holidays for me was a little different. Like, my parents were never together, so it was either spending Thanksgiving with my mom and then Christmas with my dad, or vice versa. And then New Year's will always be like iffy, like wherever we end up, we ended up, kind of. It was like extremely weird. But I know that like when me and my brothers, when we were younger, we used to think like, yo, who got the best cooking for Thanksgiving? Like, that's where we're going, you get me? Like, it was always like my grandmother, my Puerto Rican grandmother, like I feel like she cooked the best. Cause she kind of like she was like blessed with her hands, I don't know. But we always wanted to go with her for Thanksgiving and then Christmas with my mom, because she would always like deck the house out. Like, she would put up a tree. She would always have holiday music on.
You guys saw that in the last Christmas.
Yeah, but it's crazy because my dad really loves Christmas too. So it depends. Like, it was kind of like a back and forth thing. Like, sometimes it would be fun, but most of the time it would be hard to choose like who we wanted to go with. So. But we would, and our family is small. Like, it was just like 6 of us always on holidays. It was nothing big or extravagant.
Yeah, so for me, as a kid growing up, we used to always go to my grandmother's house in the projects. So it used to be like, I don't think that I ever had good holidays since my grandmother passed away. Because we used to go and it used to be like, if families beefing or whatever is squashed on that day. My grandmother used to get up, make food. I used to sleep over the day before. I had, all my cousins lived in the project, so I used to come to the house. It was just, all my family is there. Like, you had to be there, you know? And it was just, seriously, like, it warms my heart. I wish I was a little older to remember every single thing. Or I wish that my grandmother was blessed enough to live a little longer so I can experience a little more. But those are the best days. We used to go to my grandmother's house in projects. And now, we just all over the place. Yeah,
and another thing that you mentioned, like, with him, like, I've noticed that his family, like, even if they have problems with each other, they still come together. In my family, it's like Puerto Rican versus Dominican. It's just like, it just won't. Like, no matter if we try or if they say, okay, we're gonna try, the moment everybody gets together, there's like an argument that has to break out eventually throughout the day. So it was kind of like, nah, we're just gonna pick one or the other. And before we end the video, like, childhood, like, pictures and recordings, like, how was that? Like, did you guys take a lot of pictures? Did you guys celebrate your birthdays? Like, how was that?
So for my birthdays and stuff like that, my dad used to just come and pick us up and we used to chill. And it was kind of crazy because my birthday, if it was my birthday, it was like my little brother's birthday too, because we all went out and did the same thing. So birthdays and stuff, it was, my dad always made it right. My dad always made everything right in my childhood. He was my hero. Even to this day, my dad's my hero. So my dad made that up. My dad, for my birthday. How about you?
Like, for us,
I went to Chuck E. Cheese and stuff like that.
Yeah, for like our childhood was like, I went to like Chuck E. Cheese, or we had like a really big birthday. Like, we would go all out. Like, we had the best candies. We had piñatas. Like, it was just like really good life, especially because there was 3 birthdays in 1 year. Like, it would just be crazy. Like my parents really did a good job with, you know, making sure we had memorable birthdays, taking lots of pictures, taking lots of recordings. So that was fun. And gifts were like to the top.
My dad's mom that lives in Florida, she used to always send me something that always showed up, like even on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It showed up on my birthday. And I remember one year she brought me like a radio. When I really started falling in love with music, she brought me a radio system. I remember that. But my dad used to always, it was good. It was good. Birthdays was always good. Like even when things were hard, my dad made sure. Yeah. See, my birthday we didn't go to Chuck E. Cheese. We went to like the Newport Mall in Jersey City. We used to go to the food court, eat. And then we used to get, my dad used to take us to CVS downstairs. He used to get his mad junk food. We used to put it in our pockets or our coat. And then we went up to watch a movie. Yep. So, the bag's about to die.
Yeah. Really quick, we're going to end this video really fast. We're going to do our most memorable moment. Like, all-time childhood moment. Go ahead.
For me, I don't want to make the city. For me, I don't want to make the video sad or whatever, but my childhood was probably the hardest time of my entire life. It was tough. So I don't have no good memories from my childhood. Like like nothing that I can sit here and be super excited for. I went through a lot of pain. I went through a lot of suffering in my childhood, but I'm enjoying life now. It made me to the man I am today. So I don't really have like a crazy
thing.
If you name if you just say how's your childhood, boom, I get flashbacks of all the bad things, not the good. So how about you?
Why he gotta say like that? How about you? Like he knows something is gonna come up.
That's right, but my kid's gonna have the best childhood ever.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Mine would be Disney World, going to Universal Studios. Like we did a lot of those big extravagant things, but like it's crazy because when we talk about our childhood, like not recording this and just on a regular basis, we're always saying how our child is gonna have like the best childhood, because whatever I liked, whatever he liked, whatever I missed out on, whatever he missed out on, is that we're gonna make sure that our child gets everything. Like, you know, it's not like we're gonna spoil him to the top and, you know, we just know exactly how we want to raise our child already. You know, no time soon we're not gonna have kids. I don't want people to be like, oh my god, they're gonna have a kid in a year. But no, but yeah, like
we're doing everything the right way.
We're doing everything the right way, and I know that our child is gonna be like extremely blessed with a lot of things, you know.
She's gonna have a mom that's hot. My son gonna go through it when he grows up. But
so he's gonna have a dad that's a DOF. That's like MILF but dad version.
Yeah, I know, I got it. This girl, you try to explain her jokes. Alright guys,
I do all the time.
Thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe. We'll see you Sunday morning or afternoon. We'll either drop at 10 a.m. or 5 p.m. Sunday. We hope you guys enjoying the videos, and have a great weekend. Peace.
Peace out.